I'll put this on the list of things I never thought I would say before, but welcome to the Hotel Hershey. We were graciously hosted here today by the Hershey company themselves. Thank you so much for having us. And I can't believe so many people don't actually know about this hotel. If you're visiting Hersheypark or the township of Hershey, just know that there's so many things that you can do here, including stay at this amazingly Four-Diamond Star, AAA Diamond Starred hotel, which has been doing that for consecutively 45 years. Now, what makes it worth those 4 stars? We're gonna find out today. So we're going to take a tour of the whole hotel and show you why it's worth the price that you pay when you stay here. So let's get started. Welcome to sunrise at the Hotel Hershey. It is our checkout day, but I still wanted to explore the hotel, and it is a lot more vast than I realized. This is the fountain lobby, which gives you a great view of the entrance of the hotel. This is where everyone comes in to take a look at the hotel or check in for their stay. I love the Americana vibes of the hotel because Milton Hershey, I feel like, was an Americana man. This, wow, beautiful. Now, I mainly came out here to go see the sunrise and drink my coffee because nothing is really open right now until like 7:30. It's currently like going on 6 o'clock right now, but what the plan is now is I'm going to enjoy my coffee, chill until 6:30, and then we're gonna start exploring because there's so much of this hotel that I haven't had a chance to explore yet, and I really want to see more. I really need to see more. Here's your reminder from me that you should download the Hershey Resorts app prior to your upcoming stay. It's now available in all app stores on your phone. Now, at first glance, it doesn't seem like it's much, but trust me, there's so much going on in this hotel you wouldn't even realize. Now, I'm trying to figure out if we're gonna start at the registration lobby or the actual lobby. But I'm thinking let's do the registration lobby because we can get a lot of things covered. But if you actually come down here, you'll notice there are 2 sets of staircases right here. This actually takes you to the patio of the second lobby, the true lobby. And trust me, it's gonna take your breath away. So let's start off with the ground floor lobby and then we'll work our way out. Now, there are a lot of resort benefits when you stay here, including free valet service, as you can see right here. When you bring your car here, free valet service is included, so you don't have to worry about taking care of your car or anything like that. All right, so here we have the entrance. It says 1933, just like I said. Gorgeous entrance, kind of like a story. And like I mentioned before, it's registered with the Historic Hotels of America, so this hotel is going to continue to be preserved. Here's some other recognitions here. Forbes Travel Guide verified one of the most finest properties in the world, 40 years running. And the one that I mentioned earlier, which is the Four-Diamond, which they just renewed this year, it looks like. 45 consecutive years, Four-Diamond Star Hotel. And you're probably like, is it really worth it? Y'all, it's worth it. It's worth it. Now, of course, like me, I was skeptical too. I'm like, is this hotel calling me poor? But it's worth the money you pay, trust me. So let's go into the registration lobby, check out everything on the ground floor, and then we'll head over to the main lobby. When I show you the registration lobby, you're gonna be like, this isn't the main lobby? Because that's what I said. I was like, this isn't the main lobby, but when you see the true lobby, jaw-dropping. So welcome to the registration lobby. It's absolutely beautiful, and I believe these flowers, now I'm not sure the type, but they are from the Hershey Gardens, which we'll see later. And I did learn that the glass work that you'll see as we tour the hotel, it was original from York, PA. I have to look up the glass company that created it, but absolutely gorgeous. And I also was told when we checked in yesterday that all of this flooring right here, this marble flooring, is brand new. All of this lobby used to be carpeting, as you can see over there, but they have since removed it. And I really like the changes. You have lots of nice cushy seating. Look at the lamp work over there. On the left-hand side, you'll see the Chef's Market, which is grab-and-go food and bakery items. More seating. That staircase right over here, if you look, that takes you to the actual lobby. On this side of the hotel, there's a lot of gift shops and entrances to the pool, etc. Your signatures, the main gift shop for the hotel here. And if you keep going to the right, then you will see elevators that take you to the hotel. If you want to get to the main lobby right here, you can go right here. There's also a water refill station over here, which I think is just newly installed, because when I looked, it said only 4 water bottles. So with that said as well, we have the concierge check-in. So if you're like staying at the villas or anything like that, they take care of all your needs from dining reservations, golf reservations, anything you would want is here. Of course, at the registration desk are 2 portraits, one of Milton S. Hershey and the other of Catherine Kitty Hershey. Their influence was left on impact with the town of Hershey, Hersheypark, Hershey Gardens, Hershey Theater, and so much more. So we're very thankful that they gave us this hotel too. So as I mentioned, this is the staircase that will take you to the actual lobby. We're gonna do a quick tour of all the other areas. So if you're staying at the brand new villas at the Hotel Hershey, you actually have your own check-in room. You can't go in yet, obviously, because no one's checking in right now, but it looks beautiful on the inside. Like, you're getting A-class service if you're staying at the lobbies, I'll tell you that much. Some more gorgeous detailing. I can't get over it. So a little bit about the hotel itself. If you know me, I am a history geek girly. So upon doing my research before our check-in, I learned that this hotel was built in 1933. As I mentioned earlier, it is going to be 92 tomorrow on May 26th. With that said, when Milton Hershey first started making plans for this hotel, it went through a lot of changes, obviously. It has a colonial Spanish style, which we'll see when we go to the main lobby. That wasn't the original plan. So you'll see, he wanted it to be very similar in the style of the Heliopolis Palace. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, but I'll put it right here, Heliopolis Palace. And you'll see a lot of inspiration and details from that palace in the main lobby. The only reason those plans changed originally is because his wife, Catherine Hershey, grew very ill, which we'll discuss later on in the video. This hotel has a lot of history. Originally, this wasn't a money venture for Milton Hershey, the creator and founder of the Hershey Company. This was built during the Great Depression, so that way it could create jobs for the citizens of the town, which it did eventually do. So from construction to employment within the hotel, it did quite a lot for the township of Hershey. So we're gonna keep on moving. History lesson over. Starting my morning off with the May drink of the month, and that is the cinnamon vanilla cold brew. And I didn't put any sugar in here, and it's very sweet, very fragrant. I really enjoy it, and this is a great way to start off my morning at the Hotel Hershey. lot of the gift shops don't open up until like 9, 10 o'clock, so we won't be able to go into a lot of them with the exception of Signatures, which we just saw. But you'll find a lot of name brand things here, like Chubby's, Ray-Ban, and there's also a Lululemon store not far from here either. We have the Grab and Go Chef's Market, which we did see. It's really nice in here. It's popping now compared to when we first came. Oh, the Lululemon store is actually open. And there is seating in the Chef's Market, but there's also seating out here too, which is really nice. It's very quiet out here. But you can also charge your mobile devices here too, which is very nice for me. I love that they did that. I'm also a big fan of the artwork here in the Hotel Hershey. It's absolutely stunning. Like the artwork and the architectural style within the hotel is just really impressive to me. Now, I'm not like an architecture geek, but I am someone who appreciates beauty in architecture. Off to the side of the registration lobby is bathrooms for men and women. And we have another gift shop here, which is still not open, but it's two gift shops in one. This is the Chic Boutique, which is adjacent to Chef's Market. You'll find name brand things like Lily Pulitzer, Vineyard Vines. They have some of the items on display here. The Lululemon store here, and more seating adjacent here. I need to check the time because I thought the app said that these stores opened at like 9, but a lot of them are actually open now. So here's the Chic Boutique. I'm not gonna go in quite right now, but they do have a lot of things and brands that I like Little Words Project, all types of things. As we're continuing on, if we keep going this way, we'll find the West Tower rooms, which were added a few years after this main building was built. So the building we're in right now is the main hotel building. And then I believe in the 1960s or 70s, they added on the West Tower rooms. So if I remember correctly, there are 272 rooms total at the Hotel Hershey. So if we keep going, those rooms, formal gardens, the spa, the indoor pool, and the fitness center. Ooh, the weather is so perfect. It's perfect. Oh my goodness, so this is the formal gardens area. When we checked in yesterday, we actually saw a wedding right over there where the fountain is. And it was a gorgeous looking ceremony. So beautiful. And we were on the top floor, so we had a great view down below. Right over here is the Circular Room, which is a restaurant that's on the second level where the main lobby actually is, and we'll take a peek at that later. Right over here is the West Wing that was added a few years after the Hotel Hershey itself was completed. Oh, look at this gorgeous air. I just can't get over how beautiful this is. I can see why someone would get married in this area for sure. Now, while this is the formal garden area, which makes sense, there's not too much shrubbery, but it is perfect, and you have amazing shrubbery that you can walk through. The Hershey Gardens are actually not far. In fact, it's right down the way. So we're actually going to walk to the Hershey Gardens after this tour is completed and explore there too. And I do believe that Catherine Hershey, the wife of Milton Hershey, enjoyed gardening and designing gardens, which I believe has her handiwork inside. And when I did look, I looked up a list of flowers that are currently in bloom for this season, and I'm really excited to see it. The Hershey Gardens also has a butterfly atrium, which I'm hoping will be open when we go. It's so lovely. Just a gorgeous, peaceful setting. Now, if we continue on this way, we actually get a nice look at the 1933 restaurant and tavern building. This restaurant was formerly the Harvest Restaurant, but was recently redone and reopened. My friend Kate and I, if you saw our other video about Hershey, we went opening weekend to try it out, and everything was absolutely divine. Fun fact, if you're a pass holder, your pass holder discount does work here. So just so you know. And beyond that, we're gonna look at it later. And there is the outdoor pool with the amazing water park for kids. We'll go take a look at that later. But let's continue on. For my friends who identify as disabled, they have a lot of accommodations, especially if you need a little assistance walking or you use a wheelchair. They have accessibility ramps like this all throughout the hotel. You do kind of miss out on the ornateness of the grand staircase, but once you get down this hill, you can see it from like an upward angle and you still kind of get the grand effect of it all. But just the architectural detail, absolutely incredible. Like, I cannot get over it. Let's go down and I'll give you the full effect. Here is the full effect of the grand staircase for the formal gardens. The architecture, I just can't get over how beautiful and ornate the architecture of this hotel is. It's really something to be appreciated. Move on to 1933 Restaurant and Tavern. I don't think we're gonna go in as of right now. One, because I don't think it's open, and two, I already covered it in my last video. So if you want to see more details about the 1933 Restaurant and Tavern, you can go check out my last hotel. This sign is actually new. This wasn't here during our last visit, so it's Harvest Plaza, but it'll tell you everywhere you need to go. So Harvest Restaurant is still on a lot of the signs here. They haven't switched them out yet. Hershey Outfitters is right over here. The Coco Clubhouse is over here, and the outdoor pool is over here. This is a new patio area where families can just hang out, relax, play, all sorts of things. Oh, it is actually open, so we can head on in. I'll do a quick peek. Because I'm nice, but as you can see, you take a look down here. It's very open space, no shade, but being with the weather what it is right now, it works out perfectly for me. But they do have fire pits too. There are fire pits. They have, like, you know, cornhole. If your kids really want to do some gaming, then the arcade is over here. They have table tennis, all sorts of things. Another detail I actually didn't notice is that the Hersheypark shuttle, which is free for hotel guests to use, you can actually catch it down here too. Right here where the 1933 Restaurant and Tavern is. So the Hersheypark shuttle stop is normally at the very front of the hotel where we started. But there's also a stop over here next to the 1933 Restaurant and Tavern. So you don't have to walk all the way back to the front of the hotel to get your ride to Hersheypark. So that's really good to note. Now, when you're a hotel guest at the Hotel Hershey or the Hershey Lodge, you do get a free shuttle that gets you to the parks and back. It's part of your stay. It's complimentary, so you don't have to worry about it. And it runs about every 15 minutes. We used it to get here from Hersheypark one day, and it was very useful, very quick too. As we continue on our adventure tour of the Hotel Hershey, I'm going to peek into the arcade because while I know my channel is mainly for like solo travelers, I still want to give my friends with families a little something to see what they get when they stay at the Hotel Hershey too. So let's take a look inside of the arcade because I know that's usually where the kiddos are, and sometimes me. It should be noted that you do need your hotel key to get into the arcade, so make sure you bring it with you or give it to your kids when they want to go to the arcade because they're going to need to get in. It's really nice in here. They have like a little prize hub. Oh my god, a Star Wars waffle maker? What kid is going to want a Star Wars waffle maker? Wait, there was something in here that required 15... Wait, yeah, oh my god, someone won that? But they have little things too. That is awesome. So they have like a tower of tickets kind of deal. Here's the area where you can get your tickets or your card for your points. They have like grabber games. Oh, there's a side piece. Oh my goodness. Well, someone left their drinks here. Whoops. Like the standard arcade games. They got Halo, Monopoly Roll and Go. There's like, it's very vast in here too. I'm kind of surprised at how big it is. Restrooms for families. So both of these restrooms are family rooms. Oh, there's more off to the side here. Wow. Stranger Things pinball. That's neat. A lot of games in here. I'm kind of surprised. Wow, people were really drinking in here, huh? Maybe this isn't for just the families. Maybe the big kids are in here playing too. There's a lot of fun games in here. Notice there's like a patio area. So let's go out here and see what's going on. Or can I not get out? Maybe I can't get out. Maybe I can't get out. Okay. We're not gonna go that way then. We'll go the back way. As we continue on our way, the next stop is the pool area, which is right next door to 1933 Restaurant and Tavern right here, and the arcade. Ah, I see where everyone was going. Oh, there's a little playground. That's awesome. Let's go check out the playground, guys. So here's the patio area that I was trying to get out of earlier. But then I discovered what I couldn't see from behind the trees over here. There's a little playground for the children. Apparently you can like leave these doors at one point. And then you can like walk down to the playground down here, which I had no idea was here. There's so much here, it's amazing. I waited until the families all left because I didn't want to film children, which is completely respectable, but you can still see the western side of the rooms that were added on to the hotel. There's a table with chairs for families who want to sit. There's the playground play set here. Oh my goodness, this is such a nice space. There's plenty of areas to run. Oh, here's a pit where people can play a fun ball game. Oh, on a summer day, this is perfect, I'm sure. So I couldn't get a look from the side, but it is a huge pool area, y'all. Like, this is the disc golf course, I believe, right here, right behind 1933 Restaurant and Tavern. That is very big. Like, I can tell they're setting up for it right now. But also, fun fact, they have a lot of hiking trails here. I think there's hiking trails that let you go from like half a mile to up to 3 miles across the property. So here is a fire pit right behind 1933 Restaurant and Tavern here. Really nice for the evening time with a great view. This putting green is for the players only, so you can't walk on here unless you're doing some golfing. But perfect view of what's going on over here. I think across the way is the disc golfing course and the putting courses too. But if you look over here, those are the cabanas that are lot up just for the outdoor pool, which is insane. Also bear in mind, they have an indoor pool too that we haven't even looked at yet. But here is where you would check in for the putting course, which they're taking care of right now. I believe if you go beyond here, these are the villas. And I've seen photos of the villas. They look amazing. I asked if I could like do a tour, but they are completely booked up for the holiday weekend. So I'm hoping next time in future, I can show you guys a tour of the brand new villas that they just added onto the property. As we're now leaving this section of the Hotel Hershey, we're gonna go back into the main building and check out the spa. We're gonna check out the indoor pool, the fitness center, all the other areas that are what makes the Hotel Hershey a very upscale, high-class resort. But it's still amazing for all types of families like me and my boyfriend, who's a couple, families with small children, and so much more. It's an amazing, like, I'm so baffled that not only people don't really know about this hotel, but like that all of this is here. There's so much to do here, and I'm so sad that I didn't extend the stay. I was like so close to extending it, but they wanted a lot for extra night, and your girl just don't have it. I'm a preschool teacher, so we're gonna save up for a special occasion to do this again and explore more. And this is definitely great for a weekend stay. Now, if I were a betting person, I would think that this is a photo of what the hotel looked like probably in the early 1990s. Because while I still see, like, I think this is the main building, you don't see the additional ones that they put in. And that would be the 1933 Restaurant and Tavern area back here, which doesn't exist yet. So I have to guess that this is what the property originally looked like before all the recent additions. As we venture onto the section of the hotel that hosts the spa, the fitness center, the indoor pool, you'll get a view of a lot of the historical context of what made the Hershey Company a reality. You'll see like oxen pulling sugarcane. You'll see the exterior of the Hershey plant factory. You even get a look at the bag that carries Cuban sugarcane from their refinery and oak plantations. We're gonna ignore that for a moment. That's a whole nother topic for another day. but that is really cool. So if you can see here, here is another entrance from the newly added wing of the hotel where you can exit out to the formal gardens. If we go up the stairs, there's the Hershey Spa. If we keep going, it's the fitness center and indoor pool. So I'm thinking we're gonna take a look at the spa first and then come back down. Take a look at the spa first. I love how grandiose the entrance to the spa is. Oh, what does this say? Honey almond sweet chocolate box wrapper. Oh, that's what the wrappers used to look like in 1928 to 1932. I just love the beauty, how they celebrate their history. Like, the history and geek in me loves this kind of stuff. Like Hershey's Club Cocoa. 1915 to 1920. So let's head into the spa. Finished up at the spa. It's also good to note that from this level particularly, you can head over to the fountain lobby, which is the main lobby of the hotel. We still need to go downstairs and check out the fitness center and the indoor pool. Then we're finally gonna head over to the fountain lobby, which is absolutely gorgeous, y'all. I cannot wait to show it to you. But let's get the last section downstairs done, and then we'll head over to the main lobby and explore what everything has to offer there. Timing to go check out the indoor pool was perfect. I spoke to the lifeguard who's at check-in, and he said that the pool, for the indoor pool anyway, is heated at 90 degrees. There's a sauna in there. There is a jacuzzi, and these rooms right here, they have little patio areas where you can just like walk straight into the indoor pool. That is freaking amazing. All these rooms I'm passing right now, they have access to the indoor pool area. If you go right this way, there's another entrance to the indoor pool and the fitness center, and their patios on the other side of their rooms just go right out to the indoor pool with seating, with patio seating. I think that is freaking incredible. But last stop for this particular area is the fitness center, and then we're gonna head on up to the fountain lobby. What I love about this atrium area is that they have a seating area, but in the center is a portrait of Milton and Catherine Hershey. I didn't realize I actually could have just walked to the other side of the indoor pool to get to the fitness center, but then we would have missed out on that gorgeous portrait of Milton and Catherine Hershey. But at the very far side of the Hotel Hershey is the fitness center, and I've heard a lot of good things about their fitness center. Based on my research prior to visiting the Hotel Hershey, I saw that you can get free personal, well not free, personal training for $60. You can even get a body composition analysis for $20. They have fitness classes here. They have a state-of-the-art gym. Like, I'm quite personally interested to see. My boyfriend actually came here this morning, and he told me like to go check it out. So he said you guys specifically would want to see this. So I'm like, okay, I'll show the folks. So let's go in. So we didn't spend too much time in the fitness center, only because there were people working out, and I'm not terribly comfortable filming people who don't give me consent to film. So I did get a little bit of the main gym, and there was a fitness class going on. If you go to the, I think it was the left side of the fitness center, they have fitness classes there. They do Pilates, they do cardio, all types of things. You have to look on the website or their brand new Hershey Resorts app. I've been using the Hershey Resorts app for quite a bit of my research when it came to, you know, looking into what the hotel has to offer. So make sure if you're staying at the Hotel Hershey, the Hershey Lodge, make sure that you download the app, because it's very useful. It gives you a look at the activities, it gives you a look at amenities, everything you would need for your stay, you can do through the app. So as we head over to the last stop of our hotel tour, the fountain lobby, I wanted to give you a little detail and quick mini history lesson about the Milton Hershey School, which is right across the way from the Hotel Hershey. So when I checked in, I actually spoke to, I want to say Caroline. God, I wish I got her name because she was phenomenal, but she mentioned that Milton and Catherine did a joint venture to create the school, which originally was not a school. It was originally an orphanage. So Unfortunately, Catherine couldn't have children due to her illness, which was undisclosed because of records that we don't have. So we actually don't know what she passed away from, but it debilitated her for a good amount of her life. But once she passed, well, before she passed, her and Milton had no children due to her illness. And Milton did not remarry, unfortunately. So they dedicated their trust to the Milton Hershey School, which the Milton Hershey School does actually work through to fund a lot of the things that they do. So when you go to the Milton Hershey School, if you're low income or anything along those lines, you're essentially set. Even your travel to get to the Milton Hershey School is covered. You don't have to worry about a thing. You are just taken care of for life. And I feel a lot of alumni came from the Milton Hershey School. I have yet to check for the most part, but I just think that the work they do to give underprivileged families and children that opportunity is amazing. As we enter the Fountain Lounge, you'll notice that the architecture has changed significantly with mosaic tiles. The original plans didn't include this, but there are influences of Mediterranean and Spanish colonial revival style throughout the hotel. This section, you'll definitely see it mainly, but let's take a look. I go in right now as the lounge isn't open, but this is the Iberian Lounge. This did not start off as a bar. When the hotel was built, it was during Prohibition, so it wasn't allowed to have a bar built. This actually used to be the reading room of the hotel, and once Prohibition ended, I believe they added it in 1960 or so. I'll have to double check that, but it is gorgeous in there. I had to stop and get a video of the gorgeous ornate entrance. It's absolutely stunning. It even has like a legit lock on it, because y'all not getting up in here unless Milton S. Hershey says so. But it is like, just look at the bar over there. It is gorgeous, y'all. Here is a photo of the Iberian Lounge circa 1934. As I mentioned before, this did not used to be a bar lounge type deal. This used to be a reading room. And right here is Trevi 5. This is one of the gorgeous restaurants with beautiful patio area and seating. We can't go in right now as it is unfortunately closed, but you can check out the hours right here. I would highly recommend getting a reservation here. It's very beautiful. Getting a peek at Trevi 5, specifically the bar, you can see how detailed it is. It's so gorgeous. And if you keep going, looking that way, there's the patio outdoor area that you can enjoy your lunch or dinner at. Moment of truth has now arrived. Let's take a look at the main lobby, also known as the Fountain Lobby. Like I mentioned before, there's a lot of Mediterranean and Spanish influence in the architectural design of the lobby itself. It's mainly Spanish colonial revival, if I remember correctly on my research, but you see a lot of those influences here within it. This is also a 2-floor lobby. If you can take a look here, so you get great views here. And if you look over here, there's the Castilian room. And if you look at the check-in counter right there, that is one of the dining areas. That is the circular, where you can have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I'm not sure if this is a similar situation to the registration lobby, but if you take a look, the fountain is kind of like a central hub, and you can see that there are spoke areas in the mosaic tile that lead to the corners of the room. On the other sides of them, there is carpeting. And I'm not quite sure if it was a similar situation to the registration lobby where they put in the tile, but I don't believe that to be the case when it comes to the fountain lobby. If you take a look over here, there is the main entrance to the Iberian Cocktail Lounge. And as you wait to go into the circular, the Castilian room, or the lounge itself, you have a lot of plush seating, a lot of, I forget what that's called, but like, you get like that Mediterranean feel here with the lighting structures too. It is so gorgeous. I love the tile work, the glass work, I should say. Sorry, words are escaping me. My coffee is wearing off. But the tile work, Jesus, the glass work on the lamps and the lights are absolutely stunning. If you just look across the fountain, it's very beautiful. Like, I just had to take a moment to appreciate it. As we end our tour of Hotel Hershey, I would be remiss if I did not give you a look at the outdoor patio that is adjacent to the fountain lobby. Gives you stunning views of the town of Hershey, and it's beautiful. Like it's that's all I can really say about it. It's beautiful. So let's go take a look. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the top of the entrance to the outdoor patio here says HH for Hotel Hershey. Ooh, it's a little chilly, but they do have heating lamps, and oh my goodness, just look at that gorgeous outdoor area. You can see so much of the township and adjacent areas of Pennsylvania here. So that side is blocked off. That's because it's part of Trevi 5, which is one of the restaurants here. You have the fire pit. Oh my god, that smells something really good. You have a fire pit here, which isn't activated yet, and lots of heat lamps too. You can take a look at the hotel, the back of the, well no, this is the front of the hotel here, but this is a 4-floor hotel, of which we were graciously given the top of. This beautiful walkway, perfect for pictures. So let me give you this. I love the seating out here too. The Americana vibes of the American flag. And now you can see where we started. We started right here at the fountain entrance. You can see a few cars coming in to pick up. Right behind those trees, I don't think you can see it, but those are the funnels for the Hershey plants. It's just, wow, what an adventure, truly. And there we have it. We have done a full tour for the most part, with the exception of like meeting rooms and the circular, because there were a lot of people in the circular and I didn't want to take video in there if people were eating, especially with their children. But for the overall perspective, that was the Hotel Hershey. This is a gorgeous hotel filled with history, 92 years old as of tomorrow, May 26th. And it was just such an honor and a pleasure to stay here, even if it was just for a night, but to just see this history. The history geeking me is geeking out. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It's just such an honor to be able to show this to you guys and give you the opportunity to see what you get when you come here. You don't just get like luxury, you get a lot of options for families, for couples, and ultimately you get history. So all I have to say is hotel tour is over. We're now gonna head over to the Hershey Gardens.